Hi everyone, for this video I'm going to be doing an oracle reading for you guys, and I'm going to be focusing on what you all need to know most right now with this full moon that is coming towards us right now. I call upon my spirit guides and I call upon all beings of the highest vibration to surround me at this time. What does everybody who will watch this video need to know most? I seek for guidance that is empowering and inspiring, that can help everybody have clarity of mind, body, and soul. My intention for this reading is that everybody receive guidance that is loving, compassionate, and that can help everybody cultivate more joy and happiness in their heart. Okay, so for this oracle reading, I'm going to be using this lovely oracle deck. So here we go. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. Spirit guides and the masters guide me to the cards. Help me to be a clear channel so I can clearly receive the messages from you guys, spirit guides and ascended masters. So we have a 4th card that wants to come out. So the first card we have is Magical Map Shifter. So right away, when I'm feeling what you guys need to know most right now in this moment is that there are a lot of ideas circling around in your aura field, your electromagnetic field. And a lot of you guys are not attending to this imagination, to this creativity that's literally in your grasp because it's in your aura field. So I feel what the guides are saying is to take off your blindfold and to pay attention. Because a lot of you, there's this confusion. There's this sense of, I don't have clarity, I cannot move forward until I have clarity. But the thing is, all you need to do is take off your blindfold. All you need to do is go within and you will find that the ideas, the brilliancy, the creativity, the imagination, the abundance, the tools, the resources that can give you the energy to move forward is in your aura field. You just need to draw it out of your heart center. A lot of these brilliant ideas are in your heart center. You just have to pull it out. You have to pull it out by awakening your heart. And the best way to awaken your heart, as we look at all of these objects circling around him, is simply imagination. Is simply sitting in your sacred space and coming up with ideas, just allowing yourself to download, to channel ideas through song, through art, through writing, even through dance. But the guides are saying you need to be active. You need to be an active participant in the ongoings of life. And an active participant is an individual who is allowing themselves to connect with this human experience. Not somebody who is disconnecting and just sitting in meditation for 8 hours and allowing their energy to they're projecting their energy outside of their body, thinking that when they project their energy outside of their body, that then they're going to receive the answers when their energy is in some astral realm. But the guides are saying right now, if you want to actualize these ideas, actualizing is a totally different energy frequency than just visualizing them in the 5th dimension, feeling them in the 5th dimension, knowing that that is what you're supposed to do. And it's all in the 5th dimension. To actualize it in the physical realm, it requires you to really become connected with your body, to balance your body, to balance your mind, balance your heart space, in your muscles, your bones, everything with your body. To truly, you could say, have a harmonious ambition or goal or desire, something to actualize, is to be truly in harmony with your body. Whenever that disconnect happens, where we have the ideas are literally just like floating around in the 5th dimension and we don't feel like we can pull them into this world, there is a lack of connection with your body. Because everything that you feel around your aura field, everything that makes you a unique individual, is something you are meant to be embodiment of, not just having your aura field for no one to appreciate, to cherish, or to celebrate. The only way you can truly be the embodiment of all these creative ideas, all this magic, is you have to allow yourself to draw it out of you. You literally, your body is the instrument. And your soul, you could say, is the player. It's like you have a violin, but there's no melody coming on the violin. So what needs to happen is we have a violinist come and play the violin. So you are collaborating with your body. Okay, there's not a disconnect. But you have to have the courage, just like the violinist. A lot of times we don't just pick up a violin and instantly just know how to play very complex melodies. It takes practice. So do not give up simply because it's not actualizing in 3 weeks or 3 months or even 3 years. Because practice, determination is how you become a master at it. And those who are truly committed, they do not just give up and, oh, this is not meant to be. Maybe it was just meant to be in some other dimensional reality, like the fifth dimension, just not meant to be in this world. Those are the individuals who do not become a master at that. Those are the individuals who literally suppress their ideas. Okay? But I'm telling you, even a lot of the great prophets, they had these visions or these prophecies of the world transforming in a particular way, and it probably didn't even happen in their lifetime. But the point is about that message is that they still really allowed that channeling to come through. They didn't analyze and be like, well, this doesn't seem practical. The whole idea that babies are going to be born not through conception or through labor, but are going to be born through third eye. 2 individuals' third eyes connecting and an energy literally being born. A prophet or a guru probably came up with that idea or had channeled that wisdom, but they allowed themselves to vocalize it because of the fact they are not cutting themselves off to any wonder that wants to kind of step into their aura field. As any wondrous idea that steps into their aura field, either you receive it through nature, through meditating, through dancing, through creating art, is for you to express, is for you to be embodiment of, it's for you to share. Okay, just like trees, if you look at trees are in this constant flow of sharing. It's like a network. Sharing. You look at like Facebook, it's a constant network of sharing, of expression. So I'm just seeing if there's any more channel messages I want to come through. And yes, it all starts with the heart. It all starts with you. It's like believing in love is what I hear from the divine. Like believing in love. Believing that you are here to be cherished. Not just in a romantic relationship, but by all. To accept love. To embrace love. Because love, what is love? It's just simply cherishing others, being cherished, allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable, allowing yourself to believe in something that heals you, that's sweet to you, that's kind and compassionate. Because when you can step into that joyous energy of love, you can easily access that wonder in your aura field. Your aura field, and allow it to come through you without blocking it off. Allow it to come through you without judging it or criticizing it or analyzing it. So it's really saying about this to keep moving forward with your ideas and with your vision of what you would like to do in this particular life. No matter how big it may be, even Walt Disney, knowing his idea about creating the Disney, the Disney theme park in California. That took a lot of energy, took a lot of work. It wasn't something that just happened overnight. It was something of building towards. So recognize every single day, even if you're not necessarily building your resume or something like that. every single day, you have an opportunity to build your energy stronger in your creativity, in your vision. But it is all about energy, and this is true. I mean, you see this wheel. This wheel is energy. When I think of a wheel, when I think of back in the olden days with the water wheel, it's energy. Any sort of the windmill is energy. A wheel is energy. So it's building your energy up. If you're feeling depleted, you need to connect with your heart space. You need to meaning your heart space there's a little dullness. You need to spark it up. You need to kind of get it in the groove. If you feel like that depletion, get it in the groove. Okay? By being kind to yourself, by listening to your body, by motivating your body, by motivating your mind, by relaxing, by sleeping if you need to. But not pushing yourself to the point of breaking. Push yourself to the point where you feel like you are growing, not to the point where you feel like you are literally getting anxiety. Because remember, every single day, you may see it as a small progress. If you're writing a book, let's say you write 2 pages in one day. But it's better to write 2 pages in one day than just not at all. There's a commitment too. You have to decide, are you ready now, for example, to write the book? And to be committed to every day doing 2 pages or 3 pages and to actually get it finished? Or you're not ready. It's okay if you're not ready. But doesn't mean you just kind of, No, it means you still allow yourself to believe in that vision that you're going to do that. But when you really have the energy, you will know it because it will just, I gotta do it. But you gotta keep going with that momentum. You can't let that momentum die by, oh, this is so much work. You have to do whatever you can to keep yourself going, to keep that wheel. That wheel doesn't just stop when, oh, I'm tired. No, the wheel energizes itself. And we are souls. We're constant movement. And the reason why we have this constant flow and why we're in this body and that we don't just, check out of our body and die and then come back in because we're tired, because we have this constant energy flow. Okay. We're constantly flowing in energy, flowing out energy, flowing in energy, just with breathing. So the more you deep breathe, the more you exhale too. Exhale is allowing any of that energy, that exhausted energy out of your body. Okay, you gotta get in the flow. You gotta be like this wheel. So you're in the momentum. Okay? So you're not depleting yourself when you push yourself, when you challenge yourself. So the second card we have, come together. This is a very positive message. 2 individuals, a union. So I feel like a lot of this, talking about the heart center, and I felt guided to wear my pink, my pink sweatshirt, is I believe that there is something coming your way, because I'm drawn to this man with this blindfold, and I feel like a lot of you guys don't see this coming because in his hand is a heart, but he cannot see it because he's blindfolded. So I feel a lot of you guys are on the verge of meeting somebody new. It's almost like you are literally right there. Okay, but there's a veil. It's almost like I feel like there's a veil in between these 2 giraffes, and the veil, once it gets lifted, it's gonna be like you're smacking each other's faces and you're like, whoa, where did you come from, sort of energy. But the thing is, this is momentum. This is something you've been building towards, your energy work towards this, towards your positive affirmation, towards your positive attitude, your positive behavior, your positive mindset. All of that work, energy work. Energy work is so much more important than just impulsively just running around trying to get something. Is when you do energy work, you can actually see into the future. So you can actually know when is the right time, where to be, it's best to be at the right place at the right time, sort of thing. So when your energy is really flowing good, you can actually be at the right place at the right time instead of impulsively just being at places at the wrong time, sort of thing. And then getting frustrated. So this energy is saying that you are there, and I feel like this bird represents like a spirit guide, a peaceful spirit guide. What's coming together is peace with this individual. I feel like you and this individual are going to go like in maybe solitude, solitude with each other, kind of disconnecting from the world to really get to know each other again in this particular lifetime. And the love in the beginning, because I'm looking at this heart growing bigger, small, growing medium and large. This love has many dimensions to it. So I feel like there's so many dimensions of exploring. It's going to be very exciting and very much like a venture, because there's so many layers to this love. It's literally going to feel like just a cup that's overflowing, that's like just overflowing with energy, with remembrance of past lives, of future lives, of who you are, of your creativity. I feel like there's a lot of inspiring each other to take off blindfolds to maybe things you didn't think you were blind to, like your talents. Maybe you're blind to talents that you actually have within you, but you've never really owned or allowed yourself to embody or to embrace. You know what? I'm really talented at this. Maybe you're shy about that. So the third card we have is Balancing Act. So I feel like this has to do with this union coming up, Balancing Act. It's like, I feel like you both individuals come from two different worlds, particularly in ambition and business. I'm hearing ambition and hearing the way you go about your success, your desire for success. One individual may see success as being the number one sort of thing, being the best of the best of the best sort of thing, and chasing it and having a lot of money. And another individual may see success as being very generous, maybe not necessarily being the best or the number one or having the most money, but being in other people's lives sort of thing. Helping others, being a part of a community rather than individual ambition, being a part of a collective ambition, a community effort. So this is like balancing each other differences, like coming into that harmonious place when it comes to your ambitions, where you are supportive of each other, maybe not criticizing each other sort of energy. Judging each other for having these differences in ambition, like you just want to be number one, and your ambition is solely about you, while my ambition is about everybody in the community and getting the community good. Maybe another individual is more in the ego, and you're maybe more about helping others, being selfless, sort of generosity. So this white energy is like a purification. So I feel like this union is going to be very much about a purification of the life force energy. For some reason, maybe the masculine or the feminine, it feels like more masculine has been maybe depleted energy in the solar plexus, because I'm looking at this yellow and the coming together card. And this is you're going to be like a purification, like a fresh energy that's going to literally like wash away all of that energy of that depletion, of that exhaustion, of that just keep pushing mentality that your man may have or the woman may have. Is to helping that person to have peace, to be still, to relax. This is about relaxing. Yeah, it is really much about a purification. Is allowing love to be front and center. I feel like a lot of people are going to be deciding, you know what, I believe love should be front and center. I want a loving relationship. I feel like a lot of people are not just going to be like, I want a loving relationship, and then having all these expectations. I feel like a lot of people are going to surrender to what that loving relationship is for them, not looking at other people like their friends or people on Facebook or YouTube video people of loving relationships and, I want that. No, they're saying, divine, I surrender. What is the perfect loving relationship for me? And allowing the relationship to unfold in its natural way instead of comparing and contrasting. Because your perfect loving relationship may be you guys like space. You like space to meditate on your own and then kind of come together to do certain activities. Maybe you don't want to spend every day together, every hour together. Maybe another relationship may be being together a lot. But it is about commitment to each other. It's about really a fearless attitude. It's like going for it. And I feel like this really is a guidance for the Twin Flame community. It's about going for it, but going for something where an individual, for a union, it's a reciprocated. Remember about the wheel. A wheel needs to turn. It's turning on both sides. It's turning on both sides. So if your side is turning and that other individual is just like halting, there's going to be no movement. There's going to be no movement of love. So it's in the beginning sitting down and saying to this individual, having a conversation, an honest conversation of, do we want to commit to this relationship, to this love, to the unfoldment of what our loving relationship will be for us. But that takes a purification. That takes a clarity of mind, really. It takes a clarity of mind to have anybody in your aura field. So many people are bombarded by just crap energy in their energy field that they can't even imagine having a person in their life in their crap, their pessimism, their frustration. So it takes both individuals clearing out their aura field so that when they're together, it's a clear energy. It's like a clear bubble of love instead of two bubbles together that have a lot of gray and dark colors in it, trashy colors, like swampy stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that. They say they want a relationship, but then they're not energetically, purifying their aura, clearing out the debris in their aura. Okay, like literally doing this, you're clearing out your aura. You're like sweeping it, you're getting it grooving and moving. Just like any sort of body of water, like a waterfall. A waterfall is like a form of a purification. Is that rapid movement. It's like stripping away any sort of bacteria or uncleanness in it. So you can do that, okay? And do that now. So that when you really meet this individual, you can be an energy that is receptive, that wants to give and that wants to receive, and it's a joyous thing because you're feeling in the groove, you're feeling excited about it, you're not needy about it, you're not demanding about it, you're not yearning for that, you're not expectational. If this doesn't happen, I'm going to be emotional basket case sort of thing. I'm just going to allow it to fold the way it wants to fold with this individual coming into my life. But there is a platonic love, this balancing act. It is, because when I think of purification, purity, I think of like platonic love. I think two individuals creating a soul connection before they jump into bed together or have some romantic thing together. Because when you can truly connect in your spirituality, you can instantly get to this is the pain or the suffering, and this is the energy that we can, let go of. You can get to the root of that quickly, too, so you can clear it, and you can move on to the next layer of love that maybe, needs to be recognized. You need to love yourself more. Tell yourself you're awesome, and you're amazing, and look at you, you're so cool, sort of thing. So the last card that I pulled was like additional card, and it's this card. And I feel like this card is saying you're being watched over by very wise souls, and that your dreams are protected. A lot of people feel like their dreams are not protected. Maybe you sort of haven't been focusing on your dreams, of actualizing them in a while, but they're saying your dreams are protected. They're in a lovely garden in the higher realms, and nothing's happened to them. They are protected by the wise ones, and when you are truly ready to motivate yourself, to inspire yourself, they're going to be there. They're not gone. So if you're lacking inspiration, if you're like, oh, my life is a little bit dull and it's kind of not going anywhere, just let yourself know that those ideas, that creativity, that flow, that childlike you is there. A lot of people think, I'm not what I once was when I was 20. I'm 40, 50 years old, and I'm fearful as crap. And I'm telling you that childlike you is there in the garden, just waiting for you to have the motivation and the inspiration to just allow yourself to be embodiment of. Don't let your child self walk beside you in your aura field. Allow your child self to literally, it's like inside of you, and you're allowing it to walk in your body, sort of energy. Because when you can do that, then everything you do is going to be like a celebration. You look at children, everything is a celebration, everything is a game. Nothing that you really, everything that seems mundane to us, the children can celebrate. Like pebbles or school. You know, you get to high school, school just seems like, like a da-da-da-da. But children are just like, you know, I'm just going to make a little toy boat, and then I'm going to draw a paper plane, and then I'm going to draw a person on the board, and I'm gonna go to recess, and I'm gonna have an awesome truck, and I'm gonna drive on the truck and the swing and all that. Like literally, there's excitement. So let that excitement return back. Because even this mundane life, people are so, you can find great things even in that. But you have to bring spunk to it. It's not just gonna, like this. This may seem mundane, but if I have no spark, if I have no pizzazz, I'm just gonna look at it like, yeah. But if I look it through with the childlike eyes, I want to be like this, like little kids, like, oh, ooh, look at that. That's actually kind of cool. That's an intricate design. Oh, look at that. How did they do that? Ooh, how did they do that? So be on that sort of perspective, that sort of mindset. Even like, look at this. I don't eat coffee or drink coffee. But I'm like, this is really interesting to me. This is really interesting. You know why? It's because I'm like really fascinated by that sound. I don't know why. It's like an instrument. And I could have thrown this away because I don't, or give it to somebody else because I don't drink coffee. But I'm just like, I'm like loving it. I love it so much. So this is like considered mundane. Like people would just look at, oh, this is just coffee. Like just coffee. But I'm like, so take on that energy, and you will find that actually life can be like a celebration, like Native Americans. Native Americans every single day probably do like a Native American dance or chanting. Do they ever get more? No, because they have spunk. They change it up. They have pizzazz. The way they look at it every single day with a different perspective. That is why the Native Americans were, I feel like, very joyous vibration, very pure vibration, like children. That's why their spirituality and their dancing was like maybe repetitive. But the thing is, they had spunk, they had pizzazz, they brought energy to it, they brought liveliness, they brought the spunk to it. So do that with your relationships. Do that with your ambitions and your imagination. You'll realize that everything that you do is like worthy of celebration, no matter how small or big, but it is about energy. Because it's very hard to celebrate when your energy is depleted. So remember that.